Question 6. Now we're starting to introduce a bit of context into these questions, looking at a rabbit population over time. First part, question A, is asking a number of rabbits that were introduced into the island. Well, if you read the question, T is years after they were introduced, so when they were introduced, T equals 0. That means that the population is 80 times e to the 0. E to the 0 is obviously 1, and so P equals 80. Okay, the next part, finding a number of years it would take for the number of rabbits to first exceed 1,000. That's going back to the original equation. And we're going to put P in as 1,000 equals 80 e to the 0.2 t. E to the 0.2 t, so rearranging, dividing through by 80, e to the 0.2 t equals 1,000 over 80, which equals 100 over 8. Okay, I've got e to a power, so I can ln both sides now. If I take the lns of both sides, e to the 0.2 t becomes 0.2 t, and that equals ln of 100 over 8. T equals 12.63 years. Now just be careful there, it doesn't state in the question. I've rounded that to 2 decimal places or 4 significant figures, so it would be a good idea to put that in your answer as well, just to make it complete. Okay, part C. It's asking you to find dp dt. P equals 80 e to the 0.2 t dp dt equals, well, a constant stays where it is, so 80, derivative of e to the 0.2 t remains the same, 0.2 t, and then using a chain rule you have to multiply that by the derivative of 0.2 t, which is 0.2, and tidying all that lot up, dp dt is 16 e to the 0.2 t. Final question then is asking, we have to find P when dp dt equals 50. So in this case I have got 50 equals 16 e to the 0.2 t. E to the 0.2 t equals 50 over 16, which equals 25 over 8. As before, I can take lns on both sides, so 0.2 t equals ln 25 over 8. And that gives me t equals 5.697. Now I store that number in my calculator because we're not trying to find t, we're trying to find the population. And so P equals, going back to the original equation now, 80 e to the 0.2 of 5.697. And put that into the calculator and you get a population equals 250.